welcome back to another episode of Business Partner. Every person enters the workforce with one primary expectation: to be paid fairly for the work they do. This is where wage protection comes in, ensuring that the relationship between an employer and an employee is transparent and legally binding. At its core, every worker should have a written agreement, often called up contract of employment, which outlines the specific details of their pay. This document is essential because it clearly states the wage rate, how often the person will be paid, whether that is weekly or monthly, and what specific deductions, such as income tax, will be taken out of their paycheck. Without these protections, workers could find themselves in a vulnerable position, especially in areas where is high unemployment and people might feel forced to accept very low pay just to survive. To prevent this kind of exploitation, many governments have introduced a legal minimum wage. This is the law that makes it strictly illegal for an employer to pay a worker below a specific hourly rate. For a business student, understanding the advantages of this law is key. First and foremost, it prevents the exploitation of unskilled workers who might not have many other job options. When these workers receive a higher wage, it often encourages employers to invest in training for them, making the staff more productive to justify the higher cost. Furthermore, a decent minimum wage encourages more people to look for work, which can help solve labor shortages, and it gives low paid workers more money to spend back into the economy, which helps other businesses grow. However, the legal minimum wage is often a topic of intense debate because it also has several disadvantages for business. The most immediate impact is that it increases business costs, which often leads to companies raising their prices for customers to cover the extra expense. In some cases, if a business simply cannot afford the higher wages, they may have to make some worker redundant, which ironically leads to higher unemployment. This is also a ripple effect known as maintaining wage differentials. When the lowest paid workers get a raise, those who were already earning slightly above that level often demand a pay increase too, just to keep the gap between the roles. This can cause a chain reaction that significantly drives up the total cost for a company.
So I think it's enough for today. So thank you very much for listening and watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope this video is useful for you. So take care of yourself and don't hesitate to write an email if you have any question, query, suggestion, and even classes are required. Take care of yourself meanwhile. See you in the next video. Goodbye.